The Balance return for a new season of meaningful conversation. Taking a close look at the development arena. Fresh angle of introducing 3 new segments. Join the first segment, Chat On. And whenever the chat is on, please grab the opportunity. Join our second segment, Breaking the Glass. Finding out great people that have achieved great things. And we will find out how they break the glass. Of course, our final segment, Walk the Talk. Let's put the talk to actions. That's what it means. Where we will find out so many special things that have been put on social medias, that have been put into talks, but we will find out exactly where the works face. Walk the talk. The Balance Show is back again with exciting interface only on GRTS TV. Now, take us to who is going to break the glass today.
Well, today we are going to have a high-profile delegate in the building here, and he goes by the name Mayor Talib Bensouda. I know you all love him. Regardless of which party you are in, he's just phenomenal, absolutely a figure of unity and very inspiring as well. So I'd want to take you through his biography. It's quite much that he has achieved. Mayor Talib Bensouda, born in 1986, is the youngest mayor in the Gambian history. And in 2018, at just 32 years old, Talib blazed to a stunning victory in the KMC mayoral election. Talib is an entrepreneur at heart. At just 19, while studying in Canada, Talib started painting to pay his bills and work his way up to a partner franchise at a College Pro Painter, a seasonal painting business. He also doubled as a production manager of the operations, hiring and managing 12 staff and 3 job sites manager. At the close of 2 summers, that is 10 months, he oversaw the painting of over 150 homes within the Greater Toronto area. While working as a maintenance technician in the University of Toronto, Talib was privy to the mountain waste problem within the university and furthermore within the Mississauga Principal School District Board. He later came back to the Gambia and got a job at Takaful Gambia Limited while working in Takaful at the former Banjul headquarters. Then after leaving Takaful, he developed the now successful Baby Mariam diaper brand, the Sohna Seed sanitary pad line, the Ami tomato paste line, and several others in the pipeline. With the distinctive trading formula, Safaro has grown to more than 40 staff members and over 5 brands that are all market leaders, Baba. And away from that, he also believes in the concept of mutual benefits for all stakeholders and also believes in moderation of benefits to all. After 22 years of Jammeh rule, Talib consistently voiced concern to friends, colleagues, and on social media about the lack of vision, lack of opportunity, and the repressive nature of the Jammeh regime. He vehemently advocated for the formation of the coalition in 2016 and supported the campaign of then candidate Adama Barrow representing the coalition. The euphoria that followed was quickly quashed by Jammeh's announcement rejecting the results a week later. In frustration, Talib banded with fellow like-minded youth and became one of the founding members of the Gambia Have Decided movement. The University of Toronto economics graduate came to office with a tall order, and he has since not disappointed. In just 2 years, 10 months in office, the young mayor has been impactful with many achievements, including introducing 500 street bins and 9 skip bins to the municipality, employing 300 personnel in few projects, boasting the image of the council through various street cleaning exercises and flood prevention cleanups, leading the staff restructuring exercises and improving the financial health of the council, improving market infrastructure and sanitation, 100 million small business loan package for women and 20 million loan package for the youth, improving market infrastructure and coordinating COVID-19 response, administrative rules, backwater dump site fencing, bylaws. His most notable project being the Mbalit project, which reintroduced residential and commercial waste collection throughout the municipality via a brand new 24 garbage truck fleet with over 100 staff. The ambitious young businessman hasn't stopped there. He has plans to build the first municipal library at the tune of $3.5 million, to introduce urban public transportation, to build feeder roads, to introduce 10 new standard markets in KM, to introduce a standard waste processing facility, street addressing, amongst his many plans. He is a man on a mission, with his greatest goal being to unite people of different political parties and tribes through his slogan, "Together for a better KM." Talib is a businessman, a family man with a beautiful wife and 2 children.
Your leadership, you have one thing called less talk, less politics, more actions. We have seen in the past when Lord Mayors come, they're more into politics, you know, more into campaigns. But you talk less, less politics, but work more.
Well, I guess at heart, I am more of a business person than I am a politician.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
we can see that. It's definitely showing.
So I am transforming into a politician, but I hope I never lose that value, that quality as a person. Because if you really look at what business is about, it's creating value. You are creating something from nothing. And the thing you are creating will benefit people. And when it benefits them, they buy it. So politics really, government should be no different.
Yeah.
We are creating services, we are creating things that have value, and this is why people are willing to pay their taxes. So if you create value out of people's taxes and they recognize that value, I think that's the best type of politics.
Beautiful. That's the best type of politics. We have seen politicians like Obama. They speak about, they say things like this, but they always practice what they said. And that's what Talib is doing. Now, I will just come to the point where we ask, like a lot of people want to know, what culture do you like? Music or cultural stuff? What exactly do you like when it comes to culture?
In music, I am very liberal. You know, many people come into my car and say, "Hey, Mayor, what are you listening to?" Because every day you come in is something new.
Yeah.
If it sounds nice, I listen to it. So it depends the mood I am in. But as far as Gambian music is concerned, I can listen to anything from Jaliba to the Jizzles and the STs and the Gs. I can listen in Senegalese side, Chon Seka, or God bless his soul. He just passed away.
Yes,
to Yusundur. And sometimes, you know, people send me new music that, you know, I listen to reggae, dance, so I can listen to anything. I can listen to fuller music. I listen to, as far as it sounds good, it's soothing, it depends. You know?
It's like the sound of the music goes with your mood. You're good.
It depends what mood I am in, but I can listen to anything.
Okay, so we'll go with Jaliba because you've made mention of Jaliba. Yes. We'll go with Jaliba, and then when we come back, we will just wrap up this show.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Lord Mayor. This is beautiful. You heard how he breaks the glass. We'll find out exactly how he breaks the glass. Let's go with that break when we come back.
iko marialo fangle dali dala akoda de dunia mumi wala sondi ko manna ho dunia mo kole ya suledi wala din ko dunawo adata kole ale kamani
All right, thank you very much. Welcome back from that short break. But Talib, you said so many things, so many beautiful things. I know people are inspired. They want to be like you. What advice can you give him?
I think it's very important as a human being to value time and to also value your legacy. So the reason I have even got into politics, because I asked myself, when I'm 60 years old or about to retire, if I look back at my life, will I be satisfied that I have lived my life to the best of my ability? Will I be regretful that I did not have the courage to pursue opportunities? Will I look back and say that I feel like I live a very fulfilling life? Because one important thing a human being always has to remember is you will die.
True.
And one important thing a human being always has to remember is everything comes to an end. So if you always are conscious of that, you will always make the best use of your time. And you will always have the courage to pursue. Everything new that I have pursued, I have been scared at first when I was entering. But after I am in it, I can't even remember that fear. So when I was starting every business, from the time I was painting to the time I was going into new ventures or starting new, I was scared. I was doubting myself. I was thinking either I am too young, too inexperienced, do not have the knowledge, people will look down on me. That's natural.
Yeah.
And
That kind of fear just comes in
natural.
as well. Yeah.
And you should embrace that fear. So, for example, when I was entering politics, you had many things. Some will say, oh, he's too young. How can a 30-year-old be the mayor of the biggest municipality in Gambia?
We have never seen it.
Yes.
It's not going to be
Others
possible.
will say, oh, what does he know about the community? He's never lived in the community. Others will say, he's not even Gambian.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so,
things like that.
you know, if you are somebody who does or are afraid, or you think that those are challenges that you cannot succumb or surpass, then you fail. But I am so used to those kinds of things, so used to adversity. Like when I was painting in Canada, you'll go to a house and you open the door and a white person looks at you and they slam the door without even saying anything.
Yeah.
And you're 100% sure it's because you're black.
And then you feel like,
Yes.
can I just stop this?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you feel like this is the worst thing. One time they called the police on us because we were going to our job where we were painting. And one lady who was white was so scared that two black people were walking in their neighborhood. They called the police on us. So when the police came, we asked them what's wrong. They said, some people called us and said you were in their neighborhood looking suspicious. So we are like, oh, this is our job site. This is where we are working. He said, I understand. It's just racism, but it's okay. So something like that can even make you feel like I want to leave this country. How can I just come to my job and somebody is calling the police on me just because of the color of my skin? But like I said, I am so used to those kinds of things and understanding and absorbing it and using that energy, that negative energy, and turning it into something positive. So it's no different wherever you are in the world, and the circumstances are different. So one advice I always tell the youths is always have the courage to face any challenge and believe that you can make it.
So your fear in most cases do not scare you. It's like you are like, let them come. I will still face them. But by the time they come, you are like, wait, you see this.
I get scared, but it's mind over matter. I have the mindset that no matter what it is, I will overcome.
You will still break it.
I will still break it.
Now, that is very important. Now, let's come to the last question, which is very important. Talking about being a mayor, having a family, so many tax on your head. How does it work? Like, people be like, hey, me, if I be in a mayor, I have a lot of family and there are a lot of issues. How do you work it out? Because I have a video here, and I've even seen that most of the time when you're off from work, you do the workout. We'll show that. Just see what the mayor is doing. Now, exactly, he's young. You expect him to do that. But in most cases, they will even say, how can he do that? He might not have the time. Yes. How do you manage your time?
So sometimes I feel like I'm the busiest person in Gambia. So when I was looking for mayor, one person was advising me and sort of dissuading me for running for mayor. He said, Talib, how can you be a mayor, run a business, also have a family? It's impossible. You can do two, but you cannot do the
three. Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I value time. I just spend my time as wisely as I can.
Let me just stop you there a little bit. When you said you value time, time is a problem in the Gambia. We have to agree on that. Exactly. Time is our problem. In fact, how do we call it? African time. So let's try to remove on your part. You don't have an African time.
No, I don't. And also, just recently, I also took organizing secretary for my party. So now politics is on my agenda. So I'm running 4 different shows. So one thing is I always get to work late at 7:30, and it's a habit I started since when I was in business, since when I was in Canada. So
and still being a mayor, you always get to work on that time.
I am at KMC every day at 7:30 latest.
Wow.
Yeah, today I got there at 7. So it is always important to come earlier than everybody, especially if you want to lead. Even when I was not a leader, it was a habit. I come earlier, I start earlier, I am better prepared. So eventually I will have the leadership because I work harder than everybody else. I work on Saturdays and I work on Sundays. And I still spend time with my family. My wife will disagree, but yeah. So with the gyms, is taking advantage of small gaps, small opportunities.
But do you know what to have some time with your kids sometimes?
Yes, I have time with my kids. Yeah. So, like I said, one important thing that many Gambians do not value is time. And once you value time and understand it's very limited, and understand that it's very precious, because opportunities today might not be there tomorrow.
A Chinese man would say time is money.
Exactly. So you got to take advantage of every second. It's difficult. I'm a human being. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I sometimes mismanage my time. But more times than not, you have to say, look, I have to wake up earlier than everybody. I have to try harder than everybody. I have to make most of the time I am somewhere. So living in the moment is very important. You can be at work, but are you taking advantage of the time? What are you doing while you're at work? Are you being productive? So it is very important that you take advantage of that, and then you can manage many things. Yeah. Another important thing is also you have to lead and not be a boss. There's a big difference. Leading is understanding that every human being has something to offer. Yeah. And every human being is as gifted, as smart as you, and giving them the opportunity and supporting their strengths while helping them at their weaknesses. Because today, the reason I can, for example, leave my business, I'm never there. I'm not running it even anymore because I have groomed people who can now take over that. The reason now KMC is sort of trying to do better than before our time is because now we have supported the staff to implement. So leadership is about trusting others to also do their best and be their best. Yeah. So these two things have reduced also how much work I do as a mayor. So now I'm doing less work and more talk.
No, I still believe that you're doing more work and less talk because people who know Bensouda will be like, when is he going to come out and talk to the people? But you do that most of the time. But at the same spot, you go to the ground, you see the work more than what he says. Like, you see most of the works carried by KMC personnel, and you know that the mayor is behind it. We definitely appreciate that. But let me just come to this opinion. The opinion is not a question. It's like people will say, what is next for Talib?
Like I said, I never knew I would ever be mayor. I never thought I would ever work for an insurance company. I never thought I would come to Gambia and start my business. Everything that has come in my life as part of my journey was an opportunity that I did not see coming. But when it came, I understood it, I saw it, and I took full advantage of it. And I was not afraid to take advantage. And this is in everybody's life. Opportunities come for every human being, all the time. But are they seeing it? And when they see it, are they taking advantage of it?
That's very true.
Are they not afraid to jump in and have faith? So having faith is very important. That's why I'm not very good with religious preaching. Yeah. But in Islam it says, when you do your best and then you pray. You do your best and you have faith in God. And I believe that. I live that. I always say, whatever comes, I will jump in and have faith. I'll pray that God helps me. But if you do not put in that effort, how can God help you? So what comes next, it depends what opportunity presents itself. And is it an opportunity I am willing to take? But if it's an opportunity I'm willing to take, be rest assured, I will not be afraid to jump in. Yeah. And I will apply myself to the maximum. The mayor has break the glass. We definitely appreciate you coming. And it's definitely a pleasure. Thank you very much, Lord Mayor. It's indeed a pleasure having you on the show. Let me tell you this. That's what the breaking the glass is all about. Definitely. It's about bringing great people with great inspirational words and achievements. And the mayor has achieved a lot. You know, I like the moment when he said, you know, when my grandma gave me the rui. The rui is like the porridge. And then I used to, it's good. Sometimes you go through
some hardship, and then you bounce back. But Alassane, tell us how the mayor break the glass.
Definitely, he has already broken the glass, and I've actually picked up 5 points that he used. That is self-motivating. He's very self-motivating, and I believe that this is something that people need, because he didn't sit down at his university waiting for his parents to be sending money to him, but he went out to struggle for himself, and he made very good use of the porridge being given to him.
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
So
part.
that was actually amazing.
Yeah.
And secondly, when you look at it, his mission there was to learn. That is education. But he didn't only stop there. Okay, he went further to do painting.
To adopt skills, yeah, from scratch.
Exactly. So that is something that is very encouraging. So if you are sitting out there, perhaps you could also think of starting something like that. If you see opportunities like this to grab skills, try to do it. You will never know where it will land you.
Okay.
So that is something that is very amazing. Secondly, and thirdly, he's very humble.
Very humble.
That one, I think, now.
And humbleness pays.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it does pay. And he also conquered his fear. That is something that is actually very amazing about him too. Because when you look at certain things, what you learn from him is that fear is very normal, but you have to challenge it in order to get to the next level. And that is something that he did quite well, took advantage of the opportunities being granted to him by life. And finally, that is the valuing of time. He also valued time so very much.
Time is money.
Time is money.
He valued time.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what leadership is all about. Leadership is about the skills you have. It's about how you move to the next level with time. With time.
Time is very
Yeah, so thank you very much, Lord Mayor. He has break the glass. And that's exactly what he did. Now, if you're out there, use those 5 key hammers and break the glass. It could be harder, but knock it hard and let it break. That's what this show is all about. Wherever you are, we'll be bringing a lot of people that have achieved great things, and it will inspire you. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you watching this show. Keep breaking the glass wherever you are. My name is Baba Sisa and Alassane Drame. Thank you. The Balance returned for a new season of meaningful conversation. Taking a close look at the development arena. Fresh angle of introducing 3 new segments. Join the 4th segment, Chat On. And whenever the chat is on, please grab the opportunity. Join our 2nd segment, Breaking the Glass. Finding out great people that have achieved great things, and we will find out how they break the glass. Of course, our final segment, Walk the Talk. Let's put the talk to actions. That's what it means, where we will find out so many special things that have been put on social medias, that have been put into talks, but we will find out exactly where the works face. Walk the Talk. The Balance Show is back again with exciting interface only on GRTS TV.